Everyone. Welcome to another episode of GDReviews. I'm Brian West.
And I'm Ryan Thomason.
And tonight we are going to be reviewing the DC Universe animated film Suicide Squad Hell to Pay. The new rated R animation movie from
Very
Warner
rated R.
And DC Animation Studios.
It is R.
Yeah.
It's a big red R.
A hard, super hard R, and we're going to get more into that as we review this film. But first, Ryan, would you like to tell everybody what this movie's about before we say whether or not we liked it?
Well, first off, I want to say thank you to Warner Brothers for sending us this movie a couple weeks ago. Sorry, I was on my work training. We just got back and got everything figured out. But this one is obviously the Suicide Squad. Harley Quinn is back. And then we have Deadshot, Killer Frost, Captain Boomerang, Bronze Tiger, and I kind of really did like Copperhead.
I liked all the characters, and this is pretty much, I want to say this is a pretty direct sequel, follow-up to the last Suicide Squad animated movie they did.
Yeah, they don't do a lot of really close follow-ups, but this is probably about as close as you can get for a DC animated movie.
It definitely seems like they want to get a Suicide Squad line running, and I have to say, man, these movies are unfortunately much better than the live action counterparts.
I look more forward to these movies than I do for the live action movies.
Yeah, well, here let's dive real quick into this movie. Like Ryan said, it follows all those characters on another suicide mission. This time I don't want to give too much away, but this time they're trying to find a basically get out of hell free card for various reasons, and that's pretty much the plot. Everybody's trying to get this. Everybody wants it. Basically, if you die when you're holding this card, you get out of going to hell.
Yeah, you don't go to hell, you go straight to heaven.
Straight to heaven. So, as you can tell, it's a very valuable piece of merchandise in the DC Universe, and everybody wants it. Basically, that's the plot is very simple. The premise is very simple, which actually works really well. It allows the movie to move at a very fast pace. The hour and 20 minutes, not a single minute is wasted. I never found myself bored or tired. I'm going to say right off the bat, I really enjoyed this movie a lot. This is a very good movie.
It's a lot of fun.
Yes.
It starts off with the train heist. I mean, who doesn't love a good train heist? Very fucking violent train heist.
Yes.
Very explodey train heist. And there is a little bit of a side plot with Deadshot, which I think didn't ruin the flow of the movie or anything like that.
No, I think, like I said, I feel like this movie didn't waste any of its time. It really moved at a very brisk pace.
Mm-hmm.
You never felt tied down by a particular story. It went quick, and all the characters, true to their nature, were
Harley Quinn. You can't go wrong with Harley Quinn in this movie. She is the one. She's always going to be in every single one, because if they leave out Harley Quinn, it's definitely not the same movie. That's for sure. I mean, they had Killer Frost.
I honestly,
pretty good.
I really enjoyed Captain Boomerang in this a lot. I thought he was really funny. In some ways, it kind of stole the show a lot of times. I really enjoyed Bronze Tiger, and the way he played off of Deadshot was really great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bronze Tiger's he's kind of the bad guy.
Well, he's kind of an anti-hero. He is a bad guy in the comics, but like I said, he's kind of an anti-hero.
More of a vigilante in the movie. So
I will say I'm very interested in what kind of universe this works in. So usually a lot of the movies they do these what if kind of universes, like we did. Batman Gotham by Gaslight, which was clearly an Elseworld story. This one feels like it could fit into the main DC universe, but they wax a lot of big name characters in this, like characters that are not gonna just die like they do in this movie. This had a little bit of Inglourious Bastards feel to it, where you're like, oh, they're not gonna kill that character, and then they totally wax them, and you're like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. They have no qualms with blowing off people's heads.
No,
with the thing, and even God, I can't think of his name. He was a stripper.
Dr. Fate?
Yes, Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate as a male stripper. Yes, let's talk about a second for this movie. all these movies have been rated R for a while. Gotham by Gaslamp in our last review, we mentioned how violent it was and not let your kids watch it. But it was really just kind of violent, like a lot of blood. Mm-hmm. This is the first one where you get gore and nudity.
Yes.
To add to the bad language. Like, this is a hard R. I literally had to stop it and rewind it because I'm like, no, I didn't just see boobs and nipples. Yep, saw boobs and nipples. There are boobs and nipples in this movie.
Yeah, and
butts. Lots of butts.
I was really confused with the animated nipples, and I was like, wait.
I was like, what? Because, I'm not expecting to see that in these movies. And it was fine, but definitely, like we said, this is a hard R. Do not let your kids watch this movie under any circumstances whatsoever. Yeah. But, you know what, honestly, this type of story fit real well with the rating. What didn't feel gratuitous. It kind of felt, in line with the story they were telling. Yeah. But I really enjoyed it. I thought the action was really great, as always. The animation was top-notch. We got this, I believe, in 4K, and it's beautiful. Everything.
It's 4K Ultra. I mean, if you have a 4K TV, it's worth it.
Well, and what's cool is if you buy the 4K version, they give you the digital code in 4K. So Ryan has the hard copy. I watched it on my TV, streamed it in 4K, and like I said, it looks beautiful. You can really tell the animation's top notch just because I got a 70-inch 4K, and it shows you any blemish you're going to see, and I didn't see a single one in this movie. It was as always, it's flawless, but this is kind of what we've come to expect from the DC animated animation.
Yeah, it gives you like all these side characters that you never really think about, and then it gives a reason to kill off some of them, and it's a good way, I think, for DC to introduce a lot of people that you don't always think about in the comics, like people like Copperhead, and like you said, Captain Boomerang, and even like Bronze Tiger. I had to stop and look it up. Oh, okay, I know who the Bronze Tiger is.
Yeah, he got a full story arc in this.
A long ass time since I've really even seen anything with him. And I actually enjoyed his character. I liked his character a lot.
I love how they were able to end this movie. There was so much death in this, but it had a very satisfying ending. Right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm a big fan of it. Like you said, we got to see a lot of characters you don't normally get to see. We got really good full story arcs for some of these characters. And honestly, it's only an hour and 20 minutes, and it's amazing how much they were able to accomplish. The movie feels much longer, not in a bad way, but in a way that you feel like, oh, wow, I can't believe this moves so fast. I got a lot of story and a lot of character in such a short period of time. And honestly, at the end of this, I'm sitting there watching this, I'm like, this is what the movie, the live-action movie needs to be. They need to sit down, watch the 2 Suicide Squad movies, and say, this is the movie we need to make. Because it's really just that good. So, hands off, kudos. This isn't the best movie I've ever seen from DC Animation, but it is up there with some of the best. I would highly recommend this movie. Buy it, add it to your collection. It's well worth it.
I agree with you. It is not the greatest of all of them, but the quality and everything is so good. It is 100% worth the buy.
Yeah, definitely.
There's no reason not to buy this movie, either on digital or 4K.
It's definitely worth owning in your collection. In fact, I would say it's kind of a must-own part of your DC Animation collection, unless you're against violence and animated boobs. But it's very, the only thing, one quick...
violence and animated boobs, and I don't even know why you're watching this review.
The only thing that kind of... I don't know about you, and I thought all the voice acting was really good, and Christian Slater as Deadshot, I don't believe he was Deadshot in the last one. I don't mind Christian Slater's voice, but it kind of threw me for a while. I didn't think he was a great Deadshot voice.
Yeah, that's kind of funny, because I was thinking the same thing, at the very beginning. I was like...
It grew on me as it went, but it was kind of jarring.
Who was doing all the voices and everything, and then there was something in the back of my head that was about Deadshot.
Well, all I could think about was Mr. Robot. So, anyway, that's a small... It's not even a criticism, it's just a small thing. Anyway.
Yes, but the voice acting's great all throughout the movie.
Brian and me, the Geek Dad Report, we both say thumbs up, buy this movie. It is well worth your time. Get it now, do not wait. And enjoy!
Do it. And do it. And enjoy the shit. And enjoy your animated nipples.
Yes, animated boobs, nipples, and butts. They're the best. All right, guys. Until next time, thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys later. Stay awesome.
Stay nerdy, everyone.